I'm Sylvia from Vintage Kitchen Vixen, where I share tips for simple living, creating memorable gatherings, and preparing wholesome and traditional meals with a vintage twist. And today I'm going to be showing you how to make cauliflower au gratin. So as you saw in the video, cauliflower au gratin is a cauliflower dish and it's popped into the oven with a bunch of cheese. And that's exactly what a gratin is. So it's just a French word that essentially means that whatever dish you're getting, it has been broiled either with breadcrumbs or with cheese. And there are a number of different dishes that you can make au gratin. Cauliflower is one of them, and I like coating it in a white bechamel sauce just to give it that extra creaminess, and it's a really easy way to get a kid to eat their vegetables. I like doing this exact same dish with broccoli as well. It's very popular with potatoes, scalloped potatoes, an example that comes to mind, but you can also do it with eggplant, you can do it with zucchini, you can do it with leeks, with fennel. just let your imagination roll, and you know what, you can broil up pretty much anything with cheese and breadcrumbs. So I didn't add breadcrumbs to this today, but it's something I easily could have done, just tossing a little bit of breadcrumbs over the cheese, or just doing exclusively breadcrumbs and butter. So the choice is yours. But I mean, I like cheese, so it's usually what I use. For cheese today, I used a mix of mozzarella and old cheddar, but you can use whatever cheese that you have available, whether that is, I think a Swiss cheese would be really good with this, like a Gruyere or a Comté. Another one that comes to mind, it would be fantastic with gouda. So really just use what you have on hand. Just make sure it's something that can get good and melty. So the white sauce is something that isn't essential when you're making a gratin, but what a white sauce is, it's something I've made in a previous post when I was making croque monsieur, which is a ham and cheese melted sandwich. It's so good. So I'll link that below if you want to check that out. I highly recommend it. White sauce or bechamel, it's you start out by making a roux, so that was the butter and the flour that I had mixed together. So you melt the butter, you add the flour, and then you cook the flour so that it doesn't taste like flour. And then you add the milk, and then eventually it's going to thicken up, and then you can season it with salt, pepper, and I like adding nutmeg as well. It's a very classic sauce, and I believe it's one of the 5 mother sauces. So a gratin is something that you can serve just as a side dish with whatever you are making for a meal, whether that's roast meat, whether you're having something that's vegetarian. It's just a classic side dish. It's easy to put together, and it's usually a pretty big hit with everybody. One thing that is important when you're making a gratin, especially with heartier vegetables like cauliflower and broccoli, you want to make sure that you steam them first. So I steam them. You can also blanch them in water, but with steaming, I get to hold on, well, they get to hold on to most of their nutrients as opposed to it being seeped into the water. So I like steaming my vegetables. But if you're using something like zucchini, I necessarily wouldn't do anything with those because they cook up pretty quickly. Once you have everything mixed together like you saw in the video, you just pop it in the oven, and if you turn on broil, which is something you're supposed to do, make sure the dish that you are using is safe to put under a broiler. My dish, for example, is not broiler safe, and I don't think I have a dish that's safe under the broiler except for my escargot plate. I just put it under regular heat and I baked it until the cheese started turning a golden brown, and then that's when I took it out of the oven. At the end of the day, it's a really simple dish to make. It's a very classic dish to make. So I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you are new here, I'm really glad that you joined me for today's video and that you have stuck all the way here to the end. I hope you will become a subscriber by hitting that subscribe button and the bell notification so that you never miss an episode of the kitchen. And if you are coming back to the kitchen, welcome back. I'm always so glad to have you here joining me in my kitchen adventures. And as always, if you like this video, hit the thumbs up. You can leave a comment letting me know your thoughts or anything you might want to see from me in the kitchen. And share this video on social media. Speaking of social media, you can find me on Facebook and Instagram so you can see what I'm up to throughout the week. Otherwise, I do put out 2 new videos a week, so I will be seeing you real soon. Bye!
Say cheese.
Cheese!